Anything to report, Tech Priest?
Validation sequence in progress. Mind receptors overheating. The great...
I'll take care of the next wave of filth, then. How long will this take, Tech Priest? I'll take care of the rest until then. Are you ready to talk to me, Tech Priest?
Yes, Inquisitor. We have been waiting for this opportunity.
Omicron?
No. This body is merely a temporary conduit for us, connected to our network through his neural implants. Our name is Sacred Binary Code and Arcane Hexadecimal Chant, but you can call us the Machine Spirit of the Martyr. We tried to communicate with you through mindless flesh before, but our efforts were ineffective.
The servitor in the hangar deck. That was you?
It was an inadequate interface. This method of communication is unconventional and highly dangerous for the subject, but I had no other choice. The Martyr is harboring a great secret, Inquisitor, which we must protect at all cost before it falls into the wrong hands.
You want to stop Inquisitor Cloisterheim?
Our goals correlate. We will show you where he is located at the moment. I must log off from this vessel before I damage him beyond repair. I will seek other channels of communication.
What was all that down there, Tech Priest? Did I witness some tech heresy just now?
No. I connected to a pure machine spirit, which had been upgraded to serve a specific purpose. I'm 100% certain of that. While my voice box was utilized by the machine spirit, the communion gave me partial access to some routines.
So it is not an AI?
It is not an abominable intelligence. It is something extraordinary. By sacred digital apotheosis and uploading rituals, a penitent soul became part of this machine spirit. It was not the creation of a sentient intelligence, but the blessed fusion of man and machine.
What are you doing now?
Filing away the memories in the sonic requillaries. Giving you the coordinates I received from the machine spirit. Lord Klosterheim is currently in the research cloister. Inquisitor. Lord Klosterheim is heading toward an area marked as forbidden. It is cut off from the dominion of the machine spirit.
I'm on my way. I also need an explanation as to why anyone would tamper with the machine.
Although the chances are infinitesimal, complex machinery may be vulnerable to the corruption of chaos. For some reason, Uther Tiberius wanted to reduce even that small chance to zero.
I want to know more about that. Keep me updated.
Inquisitor, I have analyzed the records of my communion. The administrator prayers in the digital marginalia indicate that Uther Tiberius fused an incorruptible soul with the machine.
But that is impossible. Unless you sacrifice someone who fought off a demon and became immune to corruption.
Agreed. Subject would be a former demon host.
Is that even permitted?
I could list 136 sects within the Adeptus Mechanicus, which would start a doctrinal purge based solely on such a notion. But my sect has always believed in digital martyrdom. I consider this machine spirit a miracle.
Now that you have access to the main core, I want you to find all records of demon hosts on the Martyr.
Inquisitor, I've just completed my diagnostic meditations and reviewed the data. We can safely rule out the infection as the cause of your hallucinations.
Then what is it?
My theory is that the visions might be residual memories leaking through a hasty mind scrub. They could have been triggered by certain phrases or events.
That's nonsense. Stop obsessing about my mental condition.
As you command, Inquisitor.
For the Emperor!
request. I have scoured the classified data looms on this deck. I think you ought to know that all research sanctums on this deck were assigned for demon host experiments for decades.
What? Uther Tiberius was creating demon hosts.
The sheer number of subjects implies that he was trying to create a whole army of them.
Uther Tiberius condemned a whole army to eternal suffering?
Note that the attached confession scrolls clearly prove that most subjects were volunteers. They wanted to be filled with unholy essence, then fight the taint and return, immune to the chaos.
But that is insane.
I cannot comment on that. Any progress, Inquisitor?
Looks like I'm closing in on Cloisterheim. He may have an agenda, but at least he's culling the filth. The moment of retribution is here. Research Cloister, Tech Priest.
Incorrect. You are only approaching the gate of the Research Cloister, currently under quarantine.
By the Emperor! You must be the most pedantic specialist I've ever had in my life.
Comment filed away for later evaluation. Proceed to the gate, Inquisitor.
I found the remains of a dead Tech Priest.
I suspect he is the one responsible for overriding the local systems. Search the body for additional information, Inquisitor.
Sigma 7 Omega 3 5 Alpha.
Interesting. The machine spirit is trying to communicate with us again. That is the emergency code for the lockdown protocols. The research cloister has been quarantined. You might not be able to leave.
I should return to my ship then, and make preparations before I enter that area.
I've obtained the quarantine logs, Inquisitor. The research cloister has been sealed off on account of demonic infestation. You won't be able to leave the facility until it is secure.
Trust me, it will be secure soon.
Demonic infestation in effect. Subject 872K has breached containment protocols. Area in lockdown. Infestation in effect. Subject 872K has breached containment protocols. Area in lockdown.
Retribution is here.
Demonic infestation in effect. Subject.
You really didn't remember anything, did you?
Something is coming back, but it's unclear. I underwent a mind scrub, but...
So, that is what you did eventually. You sacrificed yourself. But not in the way that I'd expected.
Who are you? Who am I?
You used to be my mentor. You were an Inquisitor in pursuit of the greatest secret of the Caligari sector. The research of Uther Tiberius.
I guess I didn't find it. Otherwise, we wouldn't be standing here.
You got close. And you got careless. You made questionable choices and attracted the attention of first the Conclave, then the Grey Knights.
And there is no escaping from the secret protectors of the Imperium. Only death absolves, right?
So that was your plan. You sacrificed your former self.
And I have returned as someone else.
You told me to take on your mantle, and I obeyed. Through pain and fire, I hunted relentlessly for the Martyr. I did what you taught me. I fought, investigated, made pacts and broke them when I had to. And when the warp spat out Uther's floating fortress monastery, I was ready to find it.
And my path eventually led to the Martyr as well.
It cannot be a coincidence. Only the Emperor's will, because you found me now when I'm so very close to finding Uther's greatest secret.
We must talk about this, but first, we purge this area. I'm ready for the sacrifice it takes, and should my plan succeed, we might meet again one day. Uther Tiberius wanted to create an army of former demon hosts? He sacrificed countless lives, sentenced them to damnation, only to make a handful of survivors immune to chaos? I think I know why the Martyr had to leave the Segmentum Pacificus. It's insane.
A whole army of loyal warriors immune to the warp, ready to conquer the Immaterium? Once you would have embraced the idea.
I am not the same person anymore.
I pray to the Emperor. You are.
Repent! Die, heretic. Are you ready?
Time to purge the unclean, Inquisitor.
Recoil, unclean.
No demonic presence detected. Lockdown deactivated.
Good work. Tell me, Cloisterheim.
I refuse to burden myself with redundant thoughts and emotions. But I admit, it was a satisfactory experience the research cloister is connected to Uther's inner sanctum. That is where Uther secreted away his most treasured research.
I need to return to my retinue first, and make the necessary prep.
I'm not going to your ship. Trust me. Where would I go? I will meet you here when you return.
this the inner sanctum?
This is the janitorium that powers the various dissection chapels and the laboratoriums in the... I need to know something, Inquisitor. How did you find the Martyr? For me?
I wasn't even aware of your existence, remember? I was sent here to investigate the source of an ancient inquisitorial distress signal.
It must have been the will of the Emperor, then. I am aware of that signal. It was activated by the rebels during the inner strife against Tiberius. It only transmits from time to time, in strange bursts.
What's the sigil on the wall? It resembles a demonic mark fused with Xenos and Imperial swords.
Uther called them Empyrean seals. He studied forbidden summoning rites and the arcane machines of a lost civilization, and combined them with sanctioned practices.
Uther wanted to conceal the existence of his secret weapon from the minions of Chaos. It feels far too close to heresy.
What are you talking about? We must fight fire with fire.
And I am not the same person anymore.
Sacred slaughter.
You are different, Inquisitor. And yet you are the same. It is disturbing.
I used to be the one hunting for the Martyr, and now you have all the answers. That's disturbing.
If it's any consolation, you were right all along. Uther Tiberius had a secret that could have changed the fate of the Imperium.
And you have learned the nature of this secret, I assume?
Indeed. It's a weapon with immense powers.
The moment of retribution is here. I have found some very old human remains here. They belong...
When Uther's followers turned against him, the monastery was consumed by war. It crippled the ship.
Have you ever discovered the truth about Uther's secret weapon?
I have only heard rumors. The real answer lies here. I know that it can save the Imperium of Man from the tides of chaos, and that Uther Tiberius risked excommunication from the Inquisition to create this weapon. Your combat skills have become even more praiseworthy, Inquisitor.
We earn salvation only through the annihilation of the unclean.
You might have changed, but your perspective on our eternal crusade certainly hasn't. The inner sanctum is cut off from the rest of the ship, making it a black site. Even the machine spirit doesn't have eyes or ears there.
How do we get through the stasis field?
I've seen similar security systems on the ship. The status field must be deactivated using 2 different terminals.
Tiberius was indeed quite protective of his secrets.
Proceed to the first cogitator. It must be close. I've met some resistance. The Genitorium seems to be populated by a degenerate tribe.
I'm approaching the terminal that will deactivate the stasis field. Where are you?
I'm having some problems with the feral tribes, but I'm close. To deactivate the stasis field. I'm under heavy fire, but I can access this terminal.
The stasis field is down. Head back here.
I can't. The savages are bringing in some demonic reinforcements. I must retreat and fight.
Cloisterheim, where are you? Can you hear me? Cloisterheim, if you can hear me. I'm heading towards the inner sanctum. Meet me there. Thorn, I found the body of a word-bearer.
The filth of Logar. What are they doing on the Martyr?
There is just one, and he looks dead. I was wrong. He is alive. Another traitor Marine lies on the ground.
In the filth, where it belongs. I wish I could be fighting by your side.
According to the message I found, there were more of them, and they were trying to extricate data from 3 specific cogitators.
The word-bearers are seekers of terrible secrets. I'd advise you to find out what they were looking for on the Martyr.
What a splendid fight. Praise the Emperor.
You have truly become a consecrated weapon down there.
What was a Chaos Warband doing here all these years?
Those maggots are specks of dust compared to true Adeptus Astartes. But they possess the same unique organs as we do.
I see. They activated their Suan membranes to wait in hibernation until someone entered the area. New log entry. More Empyrean seals, but they are broken. Considering that these seals trap the essence of destroyed demons, so they can't go back to the warp to reform, I don't like the implications.
Inquisitor, you are approaching the coordinates of the first cogitator marked by the hostiles.
Time to find out what they were looking for. Tech Priest, inload the flagged pict recording from this cogitator. This woman might be the key to Uther's secret experiments.
In progress. Record is tagged as Alpha Trials and Pariah Research.
Is she a psychic blank? The antithesis of a psycho? Did Uther Tiberius test his secret weapon on someone without any presence in the warp?
Commencing analysis.
I'm ready for my trial of faith.
Inquisitor, the analysis of the security logs is complete. Area closed down due to a hostile incursion 3.64 standard Imperial years ago. Intruders identified as word bearers.
So, there was a whole war band. They came here to find something, but were trapped on the ship.
Inquisitor, you are approaching the second cogitator. Picked recording inloaded and immediately categorized as extreme anomaly.
It is incredible. A soulless one absorbing psychic energy is normal, but she's deflecting the attacks. I have never seen anything like this.
Whatever she is, this would explain the interest of those traitorous maggots. It sounds like something the word bearers.
Inquisitor, you are approaching the third cogitator.
Tech Priest, I have no new records to send you. But I've discovered that even Uther's people found that strange test subject extremely disturbing.
Total absence of information in the accessible data looms on the Martyr. The existence of the subject has been erased from the archives.
Whatever this creature is, she must have been Uther's greatest secret. I must find out more.
I have analyzed the previous inloads. The binary illuminations in PIC recordings contain the encrypted coordinates when the subject was held during the tests.
Tell me.
Decryption complete. The location of the inner sanctum is at your disposal.
Perfect.